What's going on, you beautiful people? September 4th, and it's Jeb coming to you with today's 5 in 5, where I give you 5 stories in 5 minutes to keep you informed, in tune, up to date, and educated about what's going on in today's world. So hang out with me for the next 5. Let's get it started. Alright, so I'm sorry that I didn't tune in yesterday to give you guys the 5 in 5. It was Labor Day. I know you guys were doing something better than tuning in and watching YouTube, and I was a little preoccupied. But hey, it's been a great 3 weeks for Crazy Rich Asians, which has led the box office each week and led theaters to have their best Labor Day in years. Crazy Rich Asians is one of the first films in the past 25 years to have an all-Asian cast and has been on fire in theaters. The next big thing to take note of is the NFL starts in 2 days, season opener Thursday night. Get ready. Alright, now to kick it off with the stories. This week will prove to be an interesting week for politics as Brett Kavanaugh, Trump's latest tap to be a member of the Supreme Court, will go in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee to see if they will recommend him to the Senate to then go up for a vote as to whether or not he will become a member of the Supreme Court. Kavanaugh is a conservative judge and is known to be an originalist as well, or someone who believes that the Constitution should be interpreted exactly as the Founding Fathers wrote it. The next few days will kick off with some opening statements, and then they'll jump into questioning of Kavanaugh by both sides, as well as calling a few character witnesses to the stand to testify on Kavanaugh's behalf. Kavanaugh can expect that the Democrats will grill him on topics like abortion, healthcare, executive power. If the Senate Judiciary Committee agrees to put him up for nomination, then Kavanaugh will need 51 votes from the Senate in order to become a member of the Supreme Court. Now, if he does become a member, this will shift the Supreme Court to the right. To kick off our business news, Skype, an international communication tool, turns 15. For its 15-year birthday, Skype is getting an overhaul to go back to a simpler interface. Now, recently, Skype had updated its interface to include highlights, a feature very similar to Instagram stories or Snapchat's highlight feature as well, but it was greeted with a lot of negative criticism from Skype users. It's expected that the refresh is coming from tough competition from other competitors in this space like WhatsApp, who currently owns the market with 1.5 billion active users, to Skype's 300 million active use. Skype is hoping that the simpler interface will bring people back to its platform to take advantage of its core functionality, which was built on video chats, web calls, and messaging. After 3 years since their first announcement, Audi has now launched their first electric vehicle, the e-tron. Now, this vehicle, which was announced 3 years ago by Audi, is the first vehicle in their plan to launch out an entire electric line of vehicles by 2020. That initial plan is also part of a greater plan by the car manufacturer to launch over 25 electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles by 2025. Audi's delay in bringing this car to market shows how tough it can be to crack the electrical vehicle code for some of these car manufacturers, but lays a strong foundation for the car manufacturer to build out their electric vehicle line. And lastly, for our business news, California lawmakers restored net neutrality last week after it was repealed federally early this year. What this means for you is that internet service providers cannot give preferential treatment in terms of bandwidth access to certain websites. Net neutrality maintains equal bandwidth across all web domains and allows for a better user experience online. This landmark decision will hopefully ripple through other states who will enact similar restorations to net neutrality as well. And lastly is a follow-up on our story from last week, in which the US and Mexico had reached a preliminary deal to replace NAFTA. Now, Canada was a little late to the party, and by Friday, the United States and Canada hadn't come to a compromise yet. Trumpy took to Twitter to say that he didn't really care if Canada was to join and that the deal was not dependent on Canada, but Canada released a statement saying that a win-win situation is close and talks are picking back up on Wednesday. Trump will still need approval from Congress to have the deal go through, and having Canada on board is sure to help his case. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for checking in. Once again, it's Jeb with the 5 in 5. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about today's stories, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.